our sales will be 12% of what they normally are. So, it's devastating. And many people in my industry have faced a similar situation because across most of continental Europe, there's been a sort of stop-go. There have been periods of opening, but there have been severe restrictions most of the time. So hotels haven't been able to function, and neither have restaurants and bars. In Italy, for example, at the present time, restaurants and bars are closed, and restaurateurs in Rome are demonstrating every day outside of the Houses of Parliament to be allowed to start earning a living again. So it's been a very, very difficult situation, and many people have not survived this.
Do you think the governments in Europe, and the British government too, has done enough to support the hospitality sector?
Well, it's varied across different countries. I don't think enough has been done, actually. In Britain, for example, we've had the furlough scheme, which obviously helps, but that's more helpful to the people employed than the employers themselves. There's still a cost to the employer. In Germany, the government is now giving direct grants to cover people's overhead costs for over a 6-month period, which starts from November of last year through to June, the end of June of this year, and they will be substantial. I mean, my company, I have 3 hotels in Germany. We'll be receiving 12 million euros under this scheme, as well as furlough. In Italy, the situation tends to change all the time, but there has been more direct help. There's been where people are paying rents, 60% of the rents can be offset against past or future taxes. But I mean, generally, it's meant using up one's own existing financial resources and securing a lot more to take us through.
It's also changed the market for business travel, as many companies decide to cut back on corporate business travel. How will you, as a hotelier, pull back or attract not just guests, but corporate guests to your hotels?
We've got a lot of corporate group bookings from starting in August right through from then on. Companies holding group meetings and incentives. Obviously, companies have seen their travel bills cut considerably, and therefore will try and maintain them at a lower level going forward. After the financial crisis, we saw a big drop in corporate travel, and it took 2 years for it to return to its normal levels. But I don't think it'll be quite as bad as that going forward now. The other thing about so-called working from home or remotely, people have now got used to being able to work with their laptop, and then they can easily go on holiday and work from holiday. So by taking their laptop with them.
You've been in the business a very long time. Have you ever seen anything like this year before?
No, because I've never imagined a situation in which my business would have no income. And what the politicians don't seem to understand is that if you don't have an income, you can't survive. And I find it very frustrating.
Is this a chance also, perhaps, for hoteliers, restaurateurs, to take stock, to sit back and think, okay, we're going to change the way we present our business?
I mean, what we've done in my company is looked at how our selling and marketing organizations work. And I think as a result, we'll come out of this with a much more efficient operation, and hopefully which will be able to boost our sales as the recovery starts. We've also learned to become more flexible. I mean, hotels have had to open and close at fairly short notice. And so they've got quite practiced in dealing with these situations. So I think in in future, they'll be able to adjust better to trough periods and the seasonal trends that hotels will normally face.